Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Do you want to know? Well,
So I'll be making this video for the sake of explaining more on the music theory that I have introduced to you. So in this video, this is very important for you to listen on this. It's because I am going to explain on how do we read notes. Um, Throughout the course of this subject, we are going to learn note reading and how we are going to express the written notes on the musical score. So, some of you might be questioning, why do we need to study reading notes? Why do we have to read notes? Okay, let me explain to you the importance of reading notes for this subject. Okay, reading notes should be learned from your elementary years. So since you might forgotten some of the theories in reading notes, we are going to refresh that one. In your MAPE for this year, we are studying the Western music, which means we have to understand the foundations of it. And the foundations of it are the theories of music. Um, what is the use of the staff, the clefs, the notes, the rests, and everything in the musical score. Just the basic one. So that when you go up in a higher level of music, you will have already the foundation, the fundamentals of reading notes. So, reading notes will not only be just for this quarter, but for the whole quarter. I will integrate this one so that you will be practiced on writing notes. Okay, you might be wondering that both online and module are doing the same in answering the module. For the online, okay, why? For the online, your genuine way of what they call this one, answering the module, we do not have the options for the music subject. In music, you're going to use notes, sharps, and every symbols needed in the musical score. There's even no staff in the genu. So how will you edit? How will you answer on the genu? That is why still an online, sense of an online way, you have to answer the module in music for the online through writing it, drawing it in the drawing pad or sketch pad that I told you to prepare, or you can print it out. You can print it out and write the write the chords below the notes, and you're going to take a picture and send it to me. Or you can edit the word or the PDF that I sent you. So your PDF file from the file manager, you're going to open it with Word if you are using your laptops or PCs. So you can now open that one. I did not put a password for that file. So it's up to you to open it in any form of document so that you can edit it. So I hope you understand this problem for the music only, wherein we cannot use symbols or what they call this one, symbols in music notation for the genu. So for the online, you're going to do the same with the module, given the options that I've mentioned earlier.
do you want to know? Well,
Okay, so good evening, everyone. So I will be explaining here how we are going to read notes and express these notes. Okay, this is an actual musical score from the Mass. So this is entitled Alleluia Isugid Mo. Okay, so this is a piece for the violin 1. So, let's start. In reading notes, we have to consider the first symbols given in a musical score. What are the first symbols to consider? We have this one, and this one, and also this one. So these are the first symbols or signals that would give us the idea of what is our score. So maklaro ba? Klaro pa ni sa inyong relasyon. Okay, joke. Okay, so we have here this quarter note and we have 100 symbol in here. What do you mean by this? Okay, when you encounter this kind of symbol in a musical score, it only means the tempo is 100. Tempo is 100 per quarter note. Okay, this is for the tempo. It means moderate. Okay, I will be showing you later on the metronome that we are going to base the tempo. So this is for the tempo. This one, the second symbol we have here, a clef. This is specifically a treble clef, or popularly known as G clef. Okay, so we already know that this is known as G clef. It's because the origin of this clef is starting from the G line or G note. This one. That is why we call this one as G clef. Okay, one thing to remember in a G clef, that the origin is on the second line in the staff from the bottom. So second line, so we have the first line, second. So we have this one as our origin, therefore this is our G clef. Or you can have also, so G clef, you can have also this first line as your guide in determining the notes. We have to remember that if we have a G clef as our clef in a musical score, the first line is always started with an E note, or in syllable, this is equivalent to mi. So if you have observed or determined the first line in the staff, you can now proceed to other spaces and lines. For example, we have here E. So we are very sure that the next section is we have F. So we have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Do you get me? Okay, we are clear on that. The third one symbol is we have this one. What do you call with this one? This is a key signature. This is a key signature. You have to remember this one. Okay, there is also a certain way in determining the key signature in a musical score, but we are not going to tackle on that yet because it's quite complicated. We have to understand the basic first. Okay, the key signature, it determines the tune of the whole song. It means this is our guide also on what are the chords that we are going to play in a specific score in the violin for this score. Okay, so we have here for what do you call this one again? This is what we call sharps. And this one that looks like B, this is a flat. So for your generation, for you to easier to remember, we have here a hashtag, but this in music, this is known as sharp. So we have here B, but in music, this is what called flat. and we have this symbol as natural. Okay, I already discussed this one on the music theory video. Okay, let's go back in here. Pay attention closely so that you can follow. So we have here 4 sharps. We have sharp. Okay, we have to determine the lines and spaces. So we will write it here. Wait, I'm going to find a. My goodness. Okay, this one. So we will have this one. We have here the first sharp on this line. So we are going to find it, what note is located in this line. So we will start in here. We have here E, F, alright, E, F, no, sorry, E, then F on the space, G, the third line, A, B, C, D, E, F. So it means the line in here is we have F. So we will put it here, F. The second sharp we have it here. So let's start again from here. E, F, G, A, B, C. So we have the space in here paired with sharp the note C. The third one. So we have here F. So we'll just start here since they're just both close. So we have here F. The next for the F is we have G. So this is G. For the fourth one, so we are going to start in here. We already determined this one. So they're both close too. So we have here C. We have this one as C. C, D. It means that this line in here is D. So we have here F, C, G, and D. So what that means, if we have a sharp on this key signature in here, if we have a sharp as our guide, it means that the notes located in these lines, in every lines, they should have a sharp on it. It means they are going to be played a half step increase. Diba, ang sharp is ought to be played for an increase of a half step. The same with the flat, only that it only decreases a half step. Okay, so it means that every spaces and every lines that is with a sharp, we have to play it, or we have to put a symbol of sharp. And the function of sharp in playing an instrument is a half step increase. Okay, you might be wondering that why do we have only 5 lines for the staff? Okay, this is only visible, 5 lines are only visible to cater space, of course. We cannot afford to put more spaces in a one musical score. So we have to limit this one, only that we can extend the notes if it has to by using ledger lines. It means extended lines. So for example, you have a note in here, you can still have a note in here and in here. depends on the expression of your musical score. You can have also notes up to here, as high as the score needs. So it depends on the demand of the song. So we are done with the key signature. I will provide a separate explanation on how do we understand or how do we determine the key signature. But you have to always remember that these symbols in here, they are fixed in a musical score. It means they are already given. So all you have to do is to understand them. The fourth one we have here, the time signature. So we call this one as time signature. So the time signature, the function of this one is that it determines how many beats in every measure. So we, as you can observe in this score, so you have it here, this one bar lines, these are the boundaries of every measure. So this one is a one measure, this one a second measure, a third measure, fourth measure. Okay, so in time signature we have the basic principle for this one. In the numerator or the upper number in the time signature, this symbolizes or this signifies that we should have 4 counts or beats in every measure. So we will try on counting it.
Do you want to know? Well,
So we have it here, this one. So this is A. What note is this one? So this is a 8th note, this one. We have this one. We have 2 tails. This is our 16th note. So 2 16th note. We have here a quarter note. Then we have an 8th note, 2 8th note, and we have a quarter note. So we will count it. This one is a half. So 1/4 and 1/4 of this one, we have 1/2. So we have here 1/2 and 1/2. We have 1. This one we have already 1. This one, half and half, we have 1. Then plus 1, we have 4 counts. So that means this is right. So the notes in here are correct, that it should have a 4 beats. So I will repeat this one for an easier understanding. Okay, let's have it here. So we have here a quarter note. So we will put it here. No, this is an 8th note rather. Plus, we have it here a 16th note with 2 tails. Plus another 16th note. Okay. Plus we have a quarter note. Plus we have here a 8th note, an 8th note. Then another plus another 8th note, and we have here plus quarter note. So we will add them all. So the value of an 8th note is we have here 1/2. Plus we have the value of the 16th note, we have 1/4 plus 1/4. Plus the value of quarter note is we have 1. Plus 8th note, we have 1/2 plus 1/2. Plus the value of quarter note, we have 1. So we will add them all. 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, we have 1/2. So 1/2, so 1/2 plus 1/2, we have 1. Plus 1, we have 2 already in here. Okay. For this side, we have 1/2 plus 1/2, we have 1. Plus 1, we have 2. So that means the value or the bits in this measure is correct. So if these notes in here are correct, it means that the rest of the measures are also correct. Okay. So if you have your question, you can ask that one in the comment section. Okay, this time, let's go on putting the chords or the pitch names, we call them, under the notes. So you can edit them on the Word, Microsoft Word, or you can print it out and you can write the pitch names yourself below, or you can draw this whole thing in a sketchpad and write the pitch names. So I would be glad if you will do it. It would be a much effort. Okay, let's try putting now the notes or the pitch names rather. So let's start from this note. So if you're in E, F, G, A, B. Okay, B. So we have here B. So that is a normal B. So we are going to determine this one. So we have to remember this one, that we have F sharp, C sharp, and D sharp as our guide. So it means if we encounter some notes located in these lines, we have to put a sharp or flat. So it depends on what is the key signature indicated. So the next one we have here, this one. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So G. So as we have obtained earlier, we have here a sharp for G, so we'll put a sharp. As easy as that. Easy peasy. The next one we have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is an F. Have you seen a sharp or F? Okay, put a sharp. Easy as that. This one, so this is the same placement with this one, and we have G, so this is G sharp also. This one, E, F, G, A, B. B, so normal B. There's no sharp for B. This one, so let's start from here because we already obtained this one to save also time. So we have here as our G. G in this line, A, B. So this is B. So this is just normal. This one, the same placement, so B. Okay, this one. We have here E, F, G, A, B, C. So C. Have you seen a sharp for C? Okay, we'll put a sharp in there. As easy as that. This one, so let's start from here. We have here G, then A. So we'll put it here, A. Have you seen a sharp for A? So no, so stay as A. Then we have here C. Let's start from here in obtaining this one. So C, D, E, F, G. So this is G. Have you seen a sharp for G? Okay, you are going to put a sharp on the G. So the same placement on this one, so we'll put it here, A. The same for the G sharp, so G sharp. Then A. Then we have here F. Before the G, we have F. So this is also a sharp, so an F sharp.
Do you want to know? Well,
Okay, as easy as that. Okay, the next measures. Okay, let's start from here. Okay, so this is a 4 count of rest. So we will do nothing but to rest or silence for a while. So we have here 2 counts for the silence. And we have here this symbol. This means this is natural. What do you mean by natural? Okay. For the common key signature of a musical score, we often see this one. Okay, let's have this one. We often see this kind of musical score, and we have here 4/4, and we have here C. No. Just this one, 4/4. It means there are no sharps and flats, so just plain. It means this is in the key of C. It means there are no sharps and flats. So all the pitch names don't have a sharp and flat. So just a pure pitch names. So as for this case, we have here as our guide in the first part of our musical score, sharps. We have 4 sharps. But on this part, it changed. So this is what we called in harmony as undetermined tonality. Why? It's because from the original guide, or from the original key signature for sharps, it changes to another key. It means it becomes natural. So this note, we have it here as E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So we have here F, and you have to remember that our F is a sharp, but this time this is now on the natural symbol. It means it cancels the sharp that located in this line. So instead of an F sharp, this is now a normal F as the pitch name for this line. So the function of this natural sign, it cancels the other symbols or the other accidentals, we call them. Okay, for this one we have here E, F, G. You might have noticed that there is no natural located for the G. It means there is no changes for the G, but we are going to put again a sharp for G. It's because there is no natural sign that signifies that it should be in the natural tune. So this is still on the hold of a sharp. So we have to put a sharp for the G. This time on the next measure, okay, this time in this next measure, we are now encountering a new set of signatures or accidentals. So we have 4 natural, so it cancels all the sharps, and it added a new accidental. We call this one as sharp. So let's try obtaining from here. Okay, if we have cancelled all the sharps, it means it's unnecessary for us to indicate in every start of our musical score the natural sign. It means the natural sign that we have to put a natural tune of the pitch of the notes, of the pitch names of the notes. So since we have a new tune, we have a sharp on what line. So we'll recite it. So we have E, F, G, A, B. So we have a sharp, we have a flat on the B. So our B should be flat. So this is our sign for the flat. So it means that in every B that we encounter, we should have to put a flat. So let's try. So this note, we have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So we have an A, so it's a normal. Below the A, below the A we have G. So just a normal one. Then we have F. Then we have an E. Then we have a D. Then D. Then we have an E. Okay, the next measure, we have this one as an A. We have this one as our F. Then G. Okay, so that's it. That's all of the things that you have to know. God bless for your module, in answering your module. If you have your questions, you can ask that one on the comment section below on the video. And God bless. Thank you.
Do you want to know?